I'm here with Gary Stoppleman. He is the Executive Director here at the Dubuque Museum of Art. You know, Dubuque, I want to say we're not a big community, but we're not a small one either. And I feel like that's kind of what we have here at the Dubuque Museum of Art. It's not big, but it's not small either.
Yeah, that's a great way of putting it. The way I would say the same thing with slightly different words, right? Mm-hmm. And we're small enough to get things done, and we're big enough to get things done.
Oh, right. That's a great. I mean, because you have some really interesting pieces here. Let's start with that. Let's talk about your perennials. What do we have here that's here all the time?
So that's a great question, and there's sort of two answers to that. One is that we're always changing.
Right.
The other is what you just said, is that there is some consistency. So the things that we're most known for are first and foremost within the permanent collection. Edward Cutis is, we have one of 7 in the world extant existing collections of his masterpiece, which is behind us on the wall. Edward Cutis is the North American Indian, and this is the turn of the 20th century. Edward Cutis was a white man, Caucasian, who was concerned about what he perceived to be the dying out of the indigenous culture. And it was of its time a piece that documented that culture in 700 photographs, of which 700. We have one of 7 collections.
Wow.
And there's always something on view from that collection, and we are excited about the future when we can even build a new building that would allow us to show more of it all of the time. So it is definitely one of those things that people come from around the world and down the Mississippi to see. Similarly, we have Grant Wood. We have 2 of his most famous pieces after the one piece that everybody knows, which is American Gothic.
Everybody knows American Gothic.
Everybody knows American Gothic in the Art Institute of Chicago, as well as your dentist's office and your college dorm room. And so we have the 2 most famous pieces after that, but also to provide the context for that, we have the complete works of his drawings, his works on paper. We are also the repository for a regional children's book author, New York Times award-winning children's book author, Art Geiser. And one of the things that I like about that is that he brings a lot of humor to our gallery.
Yeah, but then you're also bringing in, changing up
right.
your rotating gallery as well.
Yeah, so we are always changing. There's always something new. 3 times a year we rotate the entire building. Oh. And we are looking for stories, artists locally, globally, nationally, across time and across the globe. How are they dealing with the issues of their time? How did they deal with the issues of their time? And how does that help us to understand the world that we live in today?
Yeah, that's what art is for. Art is an exploration of humanity and being able to guide that principle through your works. That's really important.
Yeah, we hope that we can bring together people across lines of difference, multi-generational, multi-ethnic, multiple perspectives, so that we can see how we are all looking critically, looking differently at the same issues that have been baffling humans forever, and to create a stronger community by helping to understand the past, giving us a more empathetic view of the world that we live in today, and hopefully, a more inspired outlook for our future.
Yeah. Art's a wonderful time machine, and being able to gain a lot of perspective through
That's a great way of putting it. You get to come here and get in a time machine that also goes across the globe.
Right. That's really interesting. Now, you've been here for about a year and a half or so, and it sounds like you already got some pretty big plans. You said a new building? Is this an active campaign?
We're literally sitting in a space that serves as our lobby, as our store, as a gallery for our most iconic work. So yeah, we kind of need to expand. To your point, right, where we started this conversation, this building was great for what we needed it to be 20 years ago, and the time has come. The community has evolved over the past 20 years. The artists over the past 20 years in this community have done incredible and continue to do incredible work, including work that is on a much grander scale.
Right.
We just installed a portion, for instance, of one of the largest piece in our collection, which is 25 feet long.
That's huge.
That's huge.
That's huge.
So we need a bigger building.
Right.
There's no doubt about that.
So, what are the plans, I guess? Is there an active campaign happening right now?
There is not an active campaign happening right now.
Okay.
We are kicking off later today.
Later today? Jeez,
breaking news! Breaking news on Mediacom. We are kicking off later today a study to help us do that intentionally.
Oh, good. Right.
So what is it, what really do we need in order to be the museum of the future? What are the kinds of programs that people want to do here? What do people want to do? What is the space needed to do that? What will that cost to build? And most importantly, what will that cost to operate? Because this is really about setting us up for success for the future.
Yeah. Right. So when people walk through your doors, what do you hope that they're getting out of it?
I hope that they are seeing something from a perspective perhaps a little bit different from their own, and experiencing that with someone who might have a perspective that's a little bit different from their own. There's a great shot taken recently of two visitors in our Vietnam exhibition, and it's probably a grandfather and a granddaughter, and he's in his uniform as a veteran, showing what I assume to be his granddaughter, a story that he sees on the wall. And they are having a shared experience that they might not have had otherwise if they had not come through the door together. That's what we hope to repeat and repeat and repeat.
Yeah, and that's beautiful. And that's all anybody could ask for, right?
Get in that time machine and drive.
Right. Well, Gary, thank you so much for letting us in here. It's absolutely stunning, and it is a perfect fit for here in Dubuque, and hopefully we can get a little bit bigger fit for you soon, huh?
Yeah, I look forward to it. Thanks for coming, and look forward to seeing you again soon.
Oh, can't wait.
Good.
Thanks.